visionary and possibly a pioneer. While he's planted wheat and rice on his tiny plot for decades, something new is growing on the edges of his field. Jatropha, long known as a poisonous weed, now seen as a potential panacea for the globe's energy crisis. We need food crops to survive, but we also need fuel to run the pump that irrigates our field, he says. This plant offers a solution. 3 kilograms of dried nuts from the plant, once they're ground and pressed, will yield 1 liter of oil. Processing it into biodiesel takes energy. The technology still needs fine-tuning, and the economics of it all are a bit unclear. But the end product already has a market in India as a fuel additive. It gives me better mileage, says this truck driver, and less carbon emissions as well.
These are the seeds you can see here.
Jatropha is being promoted in schools because the carbon dioxide it absorbs while growing effectively cancels out the gas produced when the biodiesel is burned. The next generation here is convinced it could help save the planet.
But I'm worried about global warming. It's becoming too hot year by year, from 40 to 45, and maybe next year could be 50.
Still, not everyone is this enthusiastic.
This humble little plant is sparking a huge controversy. Its seeds may offer one solution to the globe's desperate search for energy, but critics charge that encouraging farmers to grow fuel instead of food is creating another crisis.
They worry that 11 million hectares of land now used for animal pasture or growing what India needs to survive is being converted to producing jatropha instead. A government plan they predict will result in food shortages and that still won't quench the country's growing thirst for energy.
The idea that we can run out of fossil fuels, keep running cars on biofuels, is a crazy idea. There isn't enough land in India or the world.
For cash crop.
But advocates of jatropha say there's a middle path, planting it only on the unused edges of fields that grow food.
If they are having a base land, whatever they are not growing, jatropha can be grown in that particular land. That's why we can give a better return to the farmer.
Some growth, perhaps, in the income of small farmers, one way of boosting energy production in a country now prisoner to imported oil. Matt McClure, Al Jazeera, Wazirganj.